Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another special edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch as we continue our look at cards that will be rotating out of Standard this fall. And these are the cards that maybe you want to hang on to or perhaps pick up when the prices are at their lowest within the coming weeks. Now, yesterday we looked at cards from Kaladesh. Today we're going to be looking at cards from Aether Revolt. Next week, of course, we will tackle Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation. This will be a fast video. I do want to get right into it, but a quick reminder, if you check out the description below, you will find a few ways to help support what we do here at the channel. Always appreciated. But with that being said, let's get into it. We're going to begin with SRAM Senior Edificer at $1.66. This card just feels like a steal to me. Now, you could talk about the playability in Modern, and yes, Pure Steel combo decks do run this card, and some people enjoy playing those decks. I wouldn't call it a Tier 1 deck at this point, but you never know what's going to happen in the future. New cards get added to the Modern format as time goes on. All of a sudden, that deck could get a little bit better. But what makes this card especially appealing right now, though, is still Commander and casual play. If you have a lot of auras, equipment, and or vehicles in your deck, this becomes a powerhouse for just 2 mana. Really good price right now for this card, and it will probably go down a little more. Borel, Chief of Compliance, $5.70. So this card has been performing very well recently in Modern in the Gift Storm deck. So because of that, I don't expect to get a big price break here as the weeks roll on. Maybe if you're lucky, you can pick these up for around $5. But at Star City Games Dallas, the Modern Classic that happened not too long ago, that deck came in first place. It was running 4 copies of this in the main, so that's going to help keep the price relatively stable for a bit, unfortunately. So with that being said, though, even outside of that particular Modern deck, this is a great casual and Commander card. So good, as a matter of fact, that this was banned in the Magic the Gathering Online 1v1 Commander format. You can still play it in your normal paper multiplayer Commander, of course. So yeah, if you end up paying $5 for a copy of this, I don't think that's necessarily bad. I would pick it up for your collection. Mechanized Production, $3.49. Another really good card that sometimes shows up in Modern and certain artifact builds, but at least right now, this is more of a casual and Commander card, but a very good one. This is an awesome upgrade, as a matter of fact, to the Commander 2018 Exquisite Invention deck that just came out. But aside from that, I also think that down the road, as you get more cards added to Modern, that there's a chance that this gets even better there. Whir of Invention, $2.14, a little cheaper here. Another great casual card for those artifact decks, of course. But furthermore, in Modern, this one actually has a bigger presence than the previous card we looked at. Lantern Control, a lot of times will run 4 of these. Also, some of these Izzet artifact builds will run 4 of these. This is one of those cards that I think right now currently is undervalued. If you can find these for around $1.50, $2, I would definitely pick up a playset. Fatal Push, $5.01. Of course, this had to be here, right? This card is just insane. It's been a $5 card like forever. At times it was up closer to the $7, $8, $10 mark, but stabilizing right now at $5. Maybe you can find these for $4 or so in the coming weeks, perhaps. But even if you spent $5 each on a playset, I still think this is a good deal. Obviously, this sees extensive play in not only Modern, but also Legacy as a removal spell. It's great there. And the fact that this is a Revolt card means it's going to be hard for Wizards to find places to reprint this. So it could be a while before it does finally see a reprinting. Who knows what the price could be at that point. The only thing that kind of saves this card a little bit from going higher than the $5 mark currently is the fact that it was an uncommon. And I know there was a lot of talk about, was it really an uncommon? It felt like it was hard to pull in packs, but it definitely is out there in higher quantities than a rare. If this was at a rare ratio, this would probably be more like an $8 to $10 card right now. I would say that. So yeah, $5 still feels like a steal. Maybe you can pick this up for $4 in the coming weeks. Heroic Intervention, $5.99. And this is actually played in Modern Elves decks, usually a couple in the sideboard. It's great there, but you know where this is really awesome? Commander decks. This can protect a creature like your Commander in a pinch, but it can also protect your whole board state. And if you want to play board sweep, you can use this to keep your stuff around. Awesome card. I don't know if this goes down a whole lot over the next couple weeks because, again, this isn't a big standard card. The players that are in these other formats, Modern and Commander specifically, they already know what this card does, so I don't really think this is going to be going down anytime soon. But $6, I think, is still a good price for this. Metallic Mimic at $7. I think this one comes down a couple dollars over the next few weeks. Keep a close eye on it. When the time's right, pull the trigger. It's a great card to have long term because, first off, Standard, it might have disappointed some people, especially over the last few months, because it didn't do as much as I think a lot of people anticipated. I do feel like there were a lot of folks that thought some of the tribal decks would be stronger. And what's weird about this card when you start talking Modern and Legacy, it doesn't really have a place because some of the tribal decks that are popular in those particular formats are just too good. They don't need this. But eventually, I think there's going to be a tribe that gets to the point where they're good enough for a Modern build, but they're going to need support, and they're going to need a card like this. Don't know when that's going to happen exactly, but it's just going to happen one day overnight, and you're going to be surprised by it, basically. So get your copies. Make sure you have a play set. Maybe you can find these for about $5 a piece, even $4 a piece if you're lucky within the coming weeks. And then at that point, yeah, definitely hang on to them. Now, Commander, this is awesome there too because there's so many tribal builds. And if anything's going to keep this price point maybe from not falling as low as $4 or $5, it would be the Commander scene because it's great in just so many key tribal decks out there. So this is an awesome one to have. Paradox Engine, $16.43. It's not cheap. It's not necessarily even doing a whole lot right now in anything but maybe the mono blue artifact deck in Standard currently. But because it's so good in Commander, this isn't going to lose a lot of value. Maybe it goes down $1 or $2 over the next few weeks. Just keep a close eye on it. But for the most part, if you're a Commander player, you want a copy of this. You probably already have a copy of this, though. Planar Bridge, only $2.99. I thought this was kind of a steal. I mean, obviously, it's expensive to cast, expensive to activate. This is really for Commander. But in Commander, it's really good. It's a tutor effect. It's going to let you go and grab what you need. You can play it for free, basically, which means you don't have to worry about how much mana you have or the colors you have. So this fits into any deck. Fantastic. Scrap Trawler, $1.51. Well, we know what this does in Ironworks combo. I mean, this card's awesome, and it's also very good in a lot of artifact-centric Commander decks. $1.51, this is a steal. Walking Ballista, $11.99. I don't think this one's going down all that much, maybe just a little bit. But it is such a big card in so many different decks in many different formats. I mean, just off the top of my head, Mono Green Tron in Modern. You're going to find this in the new Vegevine deck in Modern, which is kind of like Dredge. This is in Death and Taxes in Legacy. It's in Shops in Vintage. The thing's all over the place. Make sure you have your copies. If you can get these around $10, I think it's a good deal. Spire of Industry, only $1. This is another steal. Modern players that play a lot of artifacts, if you're into Affinity, maybe Ironworks combo, you know how good this card can be. Yeah, this one, definitely get a play set. Alright, with that being said, those are my picks for Aether Revolt for cards you might want to hang on to or pick up as we close in on rotation. Now, there's still a lot of other great cards in the set that you might want to pick up, so let me know in the comments below which cards we didn't talk about today that you're planning on getting. I know Heart of Kirin is probably one you're thinking of. I personally don't feel like it's a priority to me. It's a good Commander card. It was great, obviously, in Standard, along with many other vehicles. But I do feel like you'll have time to pick that one up before it starts going up in value, just because Modern and Legacy has better, more efficient options than vehicles just generally. I feel as if even your best vehicles do get outclassed by strong equipment like cranial plating and stuff like that. So I didn't add that particular card here, but I wouldn't fault you for picking up a playset, for example, because I do think it is a solid card. So there'll be a number of other ones I'm sure you'll think of. Let me know. But until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.